So at this stage, I've cleaned the tea bag and I've dried it and pressed it. And I have now done a slight outline of it, just so that when I start with the ink, I have kind of a basis as to where a couple of my lines are going to go. And I'm putting in a little blotter sheet underneath. And I'm using my Micron ink pen 005 to kind of start it off. I always like to test it and make sure it's working. And I'm just going to start with getting the outline on here. At this point, I just kind of have a rough estimate where my line is going to go. And then I just let the rest flow with what the sheet looks like. Looking at the way that the tea has stained the paper, or looking at any imperfections there might be on the paper, or sometimes just where the wiggle of my hand ends up. I'm not worried too much if I go outside of where the pencil marks are, because I can erase those, but I do have to erase them really gently because this paper is very delicate. I have a really rough outline, and you can see here I'm using a magnifying glass to make all of my drawing lines so that I can see exactly what I'm doing. And I will now spend the next probably 3 to 6 hours on this piece to get all of the detail lines in. So this is the very first drawing that I did in this project, and I still really like it. It's still one of my favorites. And I do them sometimes where they're all folded out, sometimes where they're still folded in. I even do still have a few that still have the tag on them. It's kind of fun when that works out that way. This is one of my favorite ones where the tag is still on. And you can see there's a lot of little lines in here. And this is one of my favorite ones here. This one just kind of put together really nice with lots of little lines in it. And I like its little face there. And so these are some of the pieces when they're all finished. So I'm using a lot of tiny lines and some stippling. Can't really do a whole lot of shading with the delicate paper, so I have to be real careful because I can go right through the paper. But if I'm just real gentle with my pens, I can get all sorts of detail in there. And it's just been a fun little project. I hope you enjoy.